You're on the news at 9 here on Headlines Today with me, Shiv Arur. Prime Minister Narendra Modi kickstarted his ambitious Clean India campaign on Thursday early in the morning, wielding a broom and sending a message of cleanliness to fellow countrymen. But were they really listening? The Prime Minister has a mission to make every Indian village, every Indian city clean by 2019. Just 5 years left. The Prime Minister asserts that there is no political tamasha behind his Swachh Bharat mission. All he wants is a clean India.
Modi's sweeping statement, a vision for 2019, the year that marks the 150th birth anniversary of Gandhi Ji, to make India litter-free. And that began befittingly with a homage to the Mahatma. On his way to Rajpath, where he administered the pledge to clean India, Modi stopped at Valmiki Basti, where Mahatma Gandhi once lived. And a photo op like never before. The Prime Minister picking up the broom himself. The PM also making a surprise inspection to a nearby police station. Cops later seen cleaning up the mess.
Prime Minister paid a surprise visit to the Mandar Marg police station, and you can see that all the policemen here are involved in the cleanliness campaign. Prime Minister did visit this site. He went to the interiors of the police station and took a round, and now the pile of garbage is being picked up, kept in heaps and taken away, towed away in police vans.
The PM's ambition finding backing from celebrities, many of whom were present at Rajpath to take the pledge.
आज मैंने गोवा के गवर्नर आदरणीय मृदुला सिन्हा जी को निमंत्रित किया है। मैंने भारत रत्न सचिन तेंदुलकर जी को निमंत्रित किया है। मैंने योग गुरु बाबा रामदेव जी को निमंत्रित किया है। मैंने कांग्रेस के नेता श्रीमान शशि थरूर जी को निमंत्रित किया है। मैंने श्रीमान कमल हसन जी को निमंत्रित किया है। मैंने श्रीमान सलमान खान जी को निमंत्रित किया है। मैंने बहन प्रियंका चोपड़ा जी को निमंत्रित किया है।
The PM asking the nation to pledge to devote 100 hours a year to the cleanliness drive.
मैं शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं स्वयं स्वच्छता के प्रति सजग रहूंगा और उसके लिए समय दूंगा.
Modi asking stakeholders to walk that extra mile with him. The road to success for Modi's dream clearly tough, and the challenges even tougher. With Atir Khan, Kamaljeet Sandhu, Mausami Singh and Ashish Mehrashi. Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
And yet nothing encapsulates the irony of the clarion call for a Swachh Bharat as the images captured moments after the event, representative of the Indian mindset perhaps. A stark reminder that regardless of how many pledges we take, we're still such a long way as a people, arduous way from changing the way we conduct ourselves in public. Here's a quick reality check of what we're dealing with in the run-up to the 2019 deadline set up by Prime Minister Modi for a clean India.
Today, however, was a clean slate. At least was meant to be.
महात्मा गांधी ने
As the Prime Minister finished his pledge and the celebrities cleared Rajpath, this was what was left behind. Heaps of used plastic water containers, overflowing dustbins, Clean India banners thrown on the manicured lawns.
भी आए, मोदी जी आए, बहुत स्कूल के बच्चे वगैरह बहुत आए, पानी की बोतलें वगैरह देखो कितना सारा करके गए. असली मेहनत तो एनडीसी वालों की है ना, आप देख भी रहे हैं मैडम जी.
It's no surprise then that the problem is endemic in our country.
What you can see here is still there is filth, there is on the railway track, you can see the amount of dirt, it is available here, and we can see that the cleanliness drive is only on platform number 1. We'll just take you to the other side of the railway station, where you can see that yes, cleanliness drive is being maintained. You can see, with the visuals, you can see it with your own eyes that yes, this side of the platform is very, very clean.
डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स तो मेंटेन हो ही रहे हैं, मतलब तो सफाई दोनों प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे इक्वली होनी चाहिए. इनफैक्ट ट्रेन्स और इन सब जगह पे सफाई होती ही रहनी चाहिए.
No, actually, there shouldn't be any difference between common people and these VIPs. Everyone should be treated actually the same.
But senior police officers at Central Delhi's Mandir Marg police station were in for a shock when the Prime Minister himself walked in for a surprise check and started wielding the broom himself.
Prime Minister paid a surprise visit to the Mandir Marg police station, and you can see that all the policemen here are involved in the cleanliness campaign. Prime Minister did visit this site. He went to the interiors of the police station and took a round, and now the pile of garbage is being picked up, kept in heaps and taken away, towed away in police vans. The policemen have been deployed in security duty, but the Prime Minister told them that you have to maintain cleanliness, you have to keep your environment, your office clean.
Urinating in public, spitting on public roads, throwing garbage right into the Yamuna. India's reality makes today's novel initiative look like an impossible mission.
जी हाँ जी, इसमें हर हिंदुस्तानी का काम है, हर हिंदुस्तानी का योगदान है इसमें, और जो सपना है बापू का, जो प्रधानमंत्री जी साकार करना चाहते हैं, ये बहुत ही खूबसूरत सोच है और यकीनन इसमें हम सबको अपना योगदान देना है.
अब हमारा कर्तव्य है कि गंदगी को दूर करके भारत माता की सेवा करें.
और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के कर कमलों द्वारा इस पद यात्रा का शुभारंभ हुआ.
One can only hope that today's photo op is not reduced to just that and is able to transform and sustain into a nationwide revolution. Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
धीरे-धीरे करके सभी लोग इसमें
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's grand reception in America seems to have discomfited Pakistan, and it's now back to prodding India, raising both Kashmir and Siachen, even as the bloodshed on the line of control continues.
1 week, 3 big dares. Pakistan is back to raising the Kashmir bogey, ranting and raving over Kashmir, demanding plebiscite on Kashmir and demilitarizing Siachen.
When facing political turbulence at home, resort to rhetoric. That's the clear strategy Islamabad has adopted. But Pakistan's words don't match its action, as Pak troop continues to violate ceasefire along the LOC. Even as it offers peace on one hand, it continues to prod and provoke India with the other.
More than 6 decades ago, the United Nations passed resolutions to hold a plebiscite in Jammu and Kashmir. The people of Jammu and Kashmir are still waiting for the fulfillment of that promise. Many generations of Kashmiris have lived their lives under occupation, accompanied by violence and abuse of their fundamental rights.
This has been a regular practice for the last 30 years, and I don't think there's anything new about it. In this case, perhaps the timing was not totally right, because the substantial discussion on Kashmir were yet to start. This meeting on 25th August was to declare the agenda and so on and so forth.
Supposing Pakistan and India agree bilaterally taking along the aspirations and wishes of the Kashmiri people on a solution, that solution would have to go to the UN Security Council to be authenticated.
Pakistan is clearly unnerved by PM Modi's rockstar reception in America. A clearly discomfited Pakistan Foreign Office was out with a very provocative statement within 24 hours of Modi's return to India. In its twin attack, the Pakistan Foreign Office spokesperson Tasneem Aslam Khan once again sought plebiscite on Kashmir, blaming India for being inflexible on Siachen and not responding to its proposals, including those of a peace park and demilitarization of the
पाकिस्तान से शांतिपूर्ण वातावरण में बिना आतंक के साये के साथ द्विपक्षीय वार्ता करना चाहता हूं, लेकिन पाकिस्तान का भी यह दायित्व है कि उपयुक्त वातावरण बनाए.
Forcing Pakistan to admit its mistake in an exclusive interview to Headlines Today.
In this case, perhaps the timing was not totally right.
Can Pakistan be trusted? Because when it comes to honoring a commitment or giving peace a chance, betrayal is almost the norm. Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
And here's a quick check of what else is making news right across the country at this time. 45 AIA-DMK MPs observed a fast in Parliament complex demanding justice for party supremo and former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha, expressing anger at the delay in hearing her bail plea. The MPs demanded that Jayalalitha be granted immediate relief as per the law. Veteran BJP leader L.K. Advani has lavished praise on Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister, but said the country hadn't seen another leader like Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He said Modi has demonstrated a wonderful ability as Prime Minister and has won the entire country's admiration. He also appreciated the PMs in his establishing a greater rapport with the leaders of the world. In an update on the Jan Dhan Yojana, banks have opened a whopping 5.29 crore new accounts under the flagship program. The scheme announced by Prime Minister Modi during his Independence Day address has also had RuPay cards issued for 1.78 crore accounts. The government has set a target to open 7.5 crore accounts by Republic Day next year. Talks between authorities and protesters in Hong Kong have made no headway yet. The large and growing crowd of pro-democracy protesters have massed around Hong Kong's main government offices. The Chinese leadership, meanwhile, has issued an unambiguous endorsement of the city's embattled chief executive.
It is Hong Kong's tryst with destiny. The umbrella revolution is here to stay. The left-leaning Akbayan organization, fronted by the human rights activist Walden Bello, joined the pro-democracy protest, which was sparked off last weekend. The protesters want Hong Kong's leader, Leung Chun-ying, to step down from power and ensure that Beijing's hold over Hong Kong is considerably reduced. The Chinese government had tried to put a stop to the unrest with the help of the police on Sunday. However, that did not yield any results, with the protesters finding refuge in umbrellas to protect themselves against the use of tear gas.
我就唔係好建議佔領太多嘅政府機關，因為我怕會影響好多。因為你明白政府唔係淨係梁振英㗎嘛，咁你好多機構部門什麼都一樣工作。如果你霸佔晒嘅話，咁真係會咁樣。
For many, this protest is reminiscent of what happened at Tiananmen Square in 1989. The island of Hong Kong was a former British colony which returned to Chinese sovereignty in 1997. While the island has a democratic framework when it comes to the functioning of the legal system, the press and the rights of civilians, the election of the chief executive is still under the control of the Chinese. Bureau Report, Headlines Today.